Hello, I am JC Paz, and in this video, we are going to review how to build a programmable keyboard to write C code or any other language using a PS2 keyboard and a microcontroller. In this case, it will be Arduino Leonardo, but it can be a USB keyboard and an ESP32S3 microcontroller. More on this later. Many years ago, 13 to be precise, I built a keyboard like the one that I'm going to show you today. Then I used an Arduino Leonardo, a PS2 keyboard, a piece of a PS2 cable to attach it to Arduino, and a VUSB device built with 3 resistors and 2 diodes to make a connection to my computer. I still have the original components, and you can see them right now. After all these years, I began my journey using the original components, but the Leonardo, PS2 keyboard, and VUSB libraries are incompatible. So, I did it in a different way. Let me explain. I used PS2 Key Advance and PS2 Key Map Arduino libraries to obtain the hexadecimal codes of every single keystroke and for some combinations of keys. I changed the original code to distinguish between Alt-Left and Alt-Right keystrokes to extend the number of possible combinations. I used all the function and multimedia keys to reassign the meaning of them or to assign new macros. The PS2 keyboard protocol gives you hexadecimal codes ranging from 2 to 4 for each key, and this changes according to key combinations. The PS2 Key Map library gives you 4 hexadecimals for every combination, 2 bytes for the code H and 2 bytes for the code L. If the code H is 0x00, we have 95 ASCII characters, some printable, some not. If the code H is 0x01, we have 39 function and multimedia keys. If the code H is 0x04, we use the Alt-Right key combination with multiple possibilities and combinations. If the code H is 0x08, we use the Alt-Left key combination with also multiple possibilities and combinations. If the code H is 0x20, we use the Control key combination with also multiple possibilities and combinations. From the 95 characters with code 0x00, 48 are lowercase letters. Numbers or symbols, and 47 are uppercase letters or symbols generated by the Shift key but remapped by the library, changing its original code H value from 0x40 to 0x00. Once we have the upper and lower codes for every single key, the combination codes can be found using the following table. As an example, consider the combination Shift plus F7. Shift's code H is 0x40 and F7 code H is 0x1 and code L is 0x67. In such a case, the hexadecimal code for Shift plus F7 is 0x41, 0x67. Let's analyze the number of possible combinations that someone can make to remap the meaning of 2 or more keystrokes. We have the Alt-Left or Alt-Right key in combination with some letters such as F, H, I, D, L, R, M to access the main menu items of desktop applications. But we can use the combination of these 2 keys with Home, END, PGUP, pike down, left, right, up, down, insert, from F1 to F12 and all 12 or more multimedia keys. So we have around 2 by 40 or 80 key combinations to be used as macro holders to be used in our coding. Some control keys are used with a special purpose to copy, paste, cut, select, etc., but this key can be combined with the function and multimedia keys to have another more 40 stored macros. And we can say the same between the Shift key and the same 40 function plus multimedia keys to have another 40 macros. In total, we can have at least 160 different macros associated to some key combinations to be used when we program with C++, Python, JavaScript, HTML, or any other language. The software project development has 2 parts. In the first part, I'm using Platformio, an Arduino Uno, and the libraries PS2 Key Advanced, PS2 Key Map, and Software Serial to debug. In the second part, I replaced the Uno with a Leonardo and the software serial library with Arduino keyboard mouse to interact directly with my computer. The project name will be Uno Keyboard. The board in Arduino Uno. Then from the menu we have to add the libraries. PS2 and search to pick PS2 Key Advanced. We need to add it to our project Uno keyboard. Again, search to pick PS2 key map and add it also to the project. Now search for software serial, and after checking that this is the library needed to send information from the microcontroller to the terminal, we must add it also to the project. From the PS2 Key Advanced package, let's choose the simple test example as our main.cpp file to begin with some valid code. The code to work must detect a PS2 keyboard that I attached to Arduino as I show here in the picture, just using 4 pins. After this, we can build and upload the program. After opening a terminal, we can see that every time that we press a key, the Arduino gives us several key codes associated with it. To obtain clean hexadecimal codes for every single keystroke or combination of keystrokes, we need to include the method set no break and send no repeat. Also, we need to use the method remap key to remap all the uppercase letters generated with the shift key to codes similar to those of the lowercase letters. Our program split printable characters with code H0x00 from right alt keys with code H0x04, from left alt keys with code H0x08. From caps with code H0x10, from control keys with code H0x20, from shift keys with code H equal to 0x40. After uploading again the compiled code, it is possible to write down all the codes in an Excel table as we did and replace the Uno with the Leonardo. In this part, we replace the Uno with the Leonardo, and the reasons are detailed in the slide. We don't want to debug anymore. Instead, we want to see the PS2 keyboard in action. The code for Leonardo is the same. We need to build another Platformio project as we explained before and change software serial by the keyboard mouse library. After building and uploading the code to Leonardo, we can begin using it as our main keyboard. In the next part of the video, I am exploring the loop function to show the most important parts. First, we have the part with code h equal to 0x01 to process all function, multimedia, and movement keys. Following this part, we have right alt combination key with lowercase letters with code h equal to 0x04. Then we have right alt combination keys with functions, multimedia keys with code h equal to 0x05. Following that set, we have the shift combination key with movement keys with code h equal to 0x41. Also here in the same group, the shift with multimedia and function keys. Another group is the one with left alt combination keys with lowercase letters having code h values equal to 0x08. There is another group not included in the code also associated with left alt combination keys. With functions, multimedia keys with code h equal to 0x09. The control keys group are not considered to hold macros in this release, and finally we have the set of control keys with lowercase letters holding code h code with values equal to 0x20. As you can see, there are hundreds of combination keys to hold macros for several tasks and to hold segments of code or instruction definitions not only for one language but for several. My intention here is to give just some examples, so let's begin with that. In first place, we have the left alt I macro associated with C++ if-else structure. Now the left alt J macro related to the C++ structure if-else if. Another one is the macro left alt P helpful to write a C++ program snippet. To finish with this language, another macro that we can write is left alt S to write the C++ switch structure. To show you examples of other macros using different keystrokes, here we have the Shift key and the F1 through F6 function keys to write Python snippets in a very simple way. To demonstrate its use, I am going to use the Code Blocks IDE. First, the right alt P combination. You can edit what your macro wrote. And insert more code using, for example, the right alt S macro to include a switch block. After giving a name with a CPP extension, the editor will colorize it. Now in a new empty file I am using some of the Shift-F macros to write Python snippets. Again, if we save it with a py extension, the IDE will colorize it accordingly. Okay, this is all for today in this video. Please give a like and don't forget to subscribe to this channel so I can continue to upload more videos like this. Thank you. Write your comments and see you in the next.